Sharia, sure not a girl's name, and it's definitely not as scary as they make it out to be. For example, how many find tax filing scary? Maybe that wasn't a good example. Like many world religions and spiritual movements, Islam is a system of personal and social guidelines for its followers. Sharia is the Arabic word for law, so if you've heard of Sharia law, you know that it translates to law, and that doesn't make a lot of sense. Well, why is it that people become alarmed when they hear about Sharia? Thinking Sharia as an enforcement of Islam, where people are forced to choose between Islam and death. Although this exists and is unfortunate reality, it's not a true depiction of Islam and Sharia. Sharia is an Islamic justice system which is derived from the Quran and narrations by the Prophet Muhammad. Now, you may have heard that Muslims in the United States and Europe are seeking to replace the local constitution with Sharia law. Hashtag vote in Sharia law. Don't worry, this is not a real thing. The vast majority of Muslims are able to practice Sharia and abide by the law of the land they live in without a problem, provided that the state law does not call for injustice. Also, contrary to popular opinion, Sharia law does not always mean a theocracy. There are countries in the world whose civil law is derived from Sharia law. Even in societies where Muslims are the minority, you will see Muslims abiding by Sharia and you may not even know it. Why? Sharia is as much an internal legal system as it is external. And remember that there are both outer and inner dimensions to our actions. Sharia serves as a code, or an external key to perfecting our inner dimension. By following these ethical codes, Muslims hope to maximize their inner potential for spiritual excellence. Sharia, therefore, is much more than following rules and hoping for heaven. It is a roadmap to excelling our potential and approaching, to the best of our ability, a state of spiritual advancement. While there are practical benefits to abiding by the Sharia, such as the distribution wealth via the mandatory religious tax, there are even more spiritual benefits. In spirituality, an action is not simply the physical action, but includes the metaphysical or inner consequences, whether good or bad. We choose and determine our spirituality outcomes based on the actions we carry out on a moment-by-moment basis. And this is why Sharia exists, to keep ourselves accountable and to treat our souls with the responsibility it deserves. Thank you. Stay tuned for our next video.